Yo, one thing about it, if you ever want reassurance and you ever want somebody to tell you, you want your confidence to boost, go on White Plains Road. Just walk. You don't got to do too much. Just walk. You'll get your confidence will go from whatever it's on all the way to 10. Okay?
If you're a baddie and you're having a bad day or you're feeling insecure or you just broke up with a man, go to Jamaica and walk down the street. Walk down any street. It will immediately revitalize your confidence.
Listen, I need people to understand something before we even go further. This video is not about hyping Jamaica for clicks. This is about how culture shapes confidence. Because what these women are describing isn't accidental. It's learned behavior reinforced by society. And if you have never experienced it, it might sound exaggerated. But if you have, you already know.
To all my plus size girls, if you ever feeling like insecure and stuff, just go to Jamaica. Like, go to Jamaica. They're gonna make you feel like you're the baddest girl in the world. Like, just go to Jamaica. Like, go to Jamaica. Go where you're loved. Go where you're chosen.
I studied in Bangalore, which is very close to Goa. So every year we would go to Goa to celebrate summers and all. And all these years and all the vacations that I took in India to the beaches, I never wore a bikini because I never felt comfortable in my body, and there is always someone eyeing at you and make me feel uncomfortable wearing that. And the first time I wore a bikini was during my honeymoon in Mauritius. But ever since I got to Jamaica, I see people embracing themselves, loving their body, and looking at them so comfortable made me love my body, made me love myself. And please tell me what is your secret, because you guys are so confident. You so much to learn from you. It's crazy.
Yo, Jamaican people are the only people that could insult you and give you a compliment at the same time. The last time I was in Jamaica, this dude had stopped me and my baby father, and he was like, Bombard. He was like, your baby mother fata nice. Like, excuse me, so why I can't just be nice? Then this one shop lady like, your belly big but your face pretty. Like, I don't know whether you're insulting me or giving me a compliment for real. Like, this one guy gonna tell my baby father, brother, you don't need no more. Look how you have plenty. Like, first of all, they be like, oi, fatty, you sweetie. Y'all, long story short, going to Jamaica being fat and pretty ain't for the weak. It's definitely a whole nother experience. All the men gonna love you. You're gonna get a ton of compliments. Some of the girls too, but they definitely gonna look at you with a little envy, but they get over it.
The craziest thing about going to Jamaica is all your insecurities of things that they like. Like, if you don't like the way your teeth are, like you have a gap, they're like, oh, I love space teeth. If you feel like you're a bit too chubby, your stomach's a bit big, they love that. Everything that you're insecure about in England, in Jamaica, they love it.
Ladies, let me tell you this, ladies. This is someone to feel depressed. This is someone to feel insecure. This is someone to feel like, say, you're not too fat, or not too short, or not too light skin, or not too dark skin. And you feel like you're all against, you know. I guess so. You want some D, or not get no D. I guess what I need to do. Come to Jamaica. What I say for do? Come to Jamaica. You ever hear them say every O have them sticker bush? Well, Jamaica bush. Ladies, any country in the world and feel like say you feel insecure or left out, or you're not getting love or not care or no compassion from a male partner, from your male partner, your other half, or your male other, or whatever you want, call your spouse, your fiancé or whatever. Head to Jamaica. You're over there. You tick there in a bush. Yeah. You tick there in a bush. Jamaica bush. Come to Jamaica.
We love women with belly and tummies.
We love girl with belly. We love girl them heavy. All over there work. I rep for the girl them with belly. You see, mama, big up yourself. No, make the boy make you feel no weight. You have a little belly or a little tummy. You see, you're mad. Don't do that. Embrace the belly, embrace the tummy, you know? Bumbo now, we love girl with belly. We love a girl them heavy. We get shape like a Chevy, love girl with belly. Bumbo now, it don't stop right there, ladies, man. I tell you. Is it? We love girl with belly.
Alright, now if you don't understand Jamaicans or Jamaican culture, this video is not for you. Now if you don't know by now, a good portion of Jamaican men prefer their women to be on the bigger side. If you don't, ain't nothing wrong with that. But to certain North American women, like certain phrases that we use might come off as disrespectful or rude. That is not the case. So if you ever hear a Jamaican use the word, hey fatty or wagwan fatty or, hey miss fatty fatty, you a murder, he's not insulting you. He likes what he sees. Our definition of fat and North American definition of fat are two completely different things. Yes, they might have the same meaning in the dictionary, but to us, it means something completely different. See, North Americans view fat as unattractive outcasts. We view fat as attractive, come here. Now, don't get it misconstrued. When I say North American, I'm not talking about a race. I'm talking about an ethnicity. That ethnic background being Jamaicans. So yes, you can live in North America and be a Jamaican and still appreciate that type of body.
What stood out to me immediately is how multiple people say the same thing in different ways. You didn't change. Your environment did. That's powerful because a lot of women think confidence is something you are born with or something you have to force. But the truth is, confidence grows best in places where you are not constantly being judged, corrected, or compared. In Jamaica, people don't stare to measure you. They look and keep moving. Or they look and speak. And either way, the message is, you are fine. In a lot of places, plus-size women exist on the margins. They are either ignored, mocked, or treated like their confidence is brave. In Jamaica, it's not brave, it's normal. And that difference changes how women move, dress, laugh, eat, dance, everything. When your body isn't treated like a mistake, you stop apologizing for it. The history about Indian and Goa matters a lot because it proves something important. It wasn't her body that made her uncomfortable. It was how bodies are watched. In cultures where women's bodies are constantly evaluated, even silence feels loud. In Jamaica, people see bodies without policing them. And that freedom creates confidence without effort. Let's talk about the insult-compliment confusion. Jamaicans are extremely descriptive people. They don't soften language to make it palatable. They say what they see. And when they compliment, it's because something caught their attention in a good way. If a Jamaican didn't like what they saw, trust me, you wouldn't hear a word. Silence is disinterest. Talking is appreciation. In many Western spaces, beauty is narrow, controlled, and marketed. There is a right way to be thick, a right way to be slim, a right way to age. Jamaican beauty standards are flexible. They expand instead of restrict. And that's why so many women feel relief instead of pressure. You are not competing. You are just existing. Yes, men give compliments, but let's not ignore the women. Jamaican women don't hide their bodies. They don't whisper about weight. They don't shame softness. They model confidence in real time. At the beach, in the street, at the shop. And seeing that does something to your nervous system. It tells you, I am allowed to be comfortable too. Go where you are loved isn't just romance. This phrase gets romanticized a lot, but here is the deeper meaning. Go where your existence isn't questioned. Go where your body isn't debated. Go where you are not treated like a before picture. That's what people mean. When Jamaicans say fat, they are not always talking about health, numbers, or shame. They are talking about presence, about fullness, about womanhood. Words travel. Meanings don't always come with them. And that's why cultural context is everything. What these women are describing is not attention. It's recognition. Being seen without being reduced. Being noticed without being corrected. Being admired without conditions. That's rare. And when you experience it, it stays with you. So no, Jamaica doesn't magically fix insecurity. What it does is remove the constant reminders that tell women they are not enough. And when those voices go quiet, even temporarily, women remember who they were before the world started critiquing them. That's why people don't just visit Jamaica. They live changed.